Yo, what's up everyone? Part 12 of my Pac-Man world playthrough. Let's go ahead and load this up. Actually been a little bit since I last played this game. 32 lives, 3 friends, 45%. Close to halfway done. Close. Alright, so last I remember, we were on World 4, which is like the weird carnival clown levels. Not the biggest fan of clowns. I mean, I don't fear them necessarily, I just don't like them. So this is a world that's gonna have 4 levels. Okay, 3 standard ones and then a boss fight. So yeah, I think let's just hop into basically what is 4-2 Barrel Blast. Wow, what a very creative name. Makes me think more of a Donkey Kong Country or something like that. In fact, that probably is like a level name from Donkey Kong Country. I don't know, but yeah, I've been actually playing Donkey Kong Country 2 recently with a friend of mine, because we just decided, it was a while back at this point, but we just decided to try to play all the Donkey Kong games, just cause, oh my god, they're having the thing where it just keeps butt bouncing even though I only press it once. I don't know why that happens. Alright, so is this gonna be, yep, now I just make my way back down. Alright, okay, good. Got a letter here. So, yeah, it's been a little bit since I made a video. Oh my god, please stop doing that. That is actually very annoying. Oh my god, this game. But, yeah, so, in terms of like, please, oh my god, he cannot stop doing that. I almost missed that jump. I'll try to do this right here. Please stop doing that. Stop! Why does he keep doing it so much? Like, is there something I'm misunderstanding about the controls? It's weird. Alright, so yeah, just to finish what I was saying earlier about a friend of mine and I playing through the Donkey Kong games. Oh! Almost missed that. Kind of tight jumps there. Yeah, so I have a lot of nostalgia for Donkey Kong Country 1. I remember growing up playing that game a lot with my dad. So I will outright say that I do have some bias towards the first game. Because like, I never really grew up playing the second game. I used to have it on like Wii U Virtual Console, but barely played it. There's a lot of games on Wii U Virtual Console I didn't really play as much because it didn't really feel too great. Wii U Virtual Console? Okay, there's nothing over here. Man, I would have thought that there'd be like some sort of cool reward over here. It's like, hey, good job, you platformed over here, idiot. But yeah, I admit that I do have like a little bit of a personal bias towards the first game. Just that nostalgia element. But been playing through Donkey Kong Country 2, and like I gotta say, like that game can be pretty annoying sometimes, at least just for me. Like some of the later levels just so like, also doesn't help, like I don't know if anyone else can vouch for this, but just for me personally, I feel like the game has very, very slightly different physics from the first game, so it feels like slightly off for me, at least as far as like what I've been used to like almost my whole life playing the first game. Very useful that I got this Chrome Dome power-up. Oh yeah, watch out for that stuff over there. Oh my gosh! I wasn't expecting to span across the whole thing. Alright, I'm just gonna take my time then. But yeah, oh gosh. I don't think that Donkey Kong Country 2 is like a bad game or anything, but especially trying to 102% complete that game. Wow. Like I'm not going to defend the first game in terms of its secrets, because I remember, of course, I do remember back then there's a lot of like really dumb secrets. Oh my god. I'm trying to platform a certain way and these just, I don't know, the physics of this game are just very awkward. But yeah, I'm not going to defend the first game at all in terms of like the secrets. It's very stupid. But I don't feel like the second game is a whole lot better in that regard, to be honest, because like there have been multiple times where me and my friend, like, we just cannot find the last secret. And so my friend I'm a lot more stubborn when it comes to like trying to look stuff up, so they end up doing it while I like try to just find it naturally. Cause like we play the level normally, maybe like once or twice, and then he just gives up. He's like, all right, I'm just looking it up. And I'm like, all right, fine. And I just continue trying to find it. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a switch in here. Oh, okay, it's just gonna move that platform up and down. But I can't tell you how many times that for Donkey Kong Country 2, trying to find all the secrets, he would look up like, oh, where is the secret for this level? And it's just simply walking through a standard ass wall, like just an inconspicuous wall, nothing wrong with it, just walk through it. By the way, that was a cheat. What? Oh my god. This game is being so freaking quirky lately. Cannot stop butt bouncing even though I pressed the X button like once in the air. And the smoke hitbox is like, what the hell was that? This freaking game. But yeah, I'm not gonna defend Donkey Kong Country 1. Its secrets can be really stupid as well. But the second game, I don't feel like it's a whole lot better, in my opinion. Oh! I knew that was gonna happen. Obviously, I'm gonna spawn close to the door. Yeah. Alright, good. Got the letter C. But overall, I think, for me personally, Donkey Kong Country 2 is a lot more fun to play casually, not trying to 102% complete it, because... oh my god, like, how many times we had to walk through a wall for a secret? Like, it must have been, like, within the tens digit, like, that amount of times. Ridiculous. But whatever. We're almost done with Donkey Kong Country 2. We've kind of just been slowly working at it. Eventually we're going to get to the third game, which, funny enough, I actually have a couple memories playing that game through Wii Virtual Console. So, yeah, before Wii U Virtual Console. I never really made it all too far in that game, but I will say, in my opinion, I feel like Donkey Kong Country 3 is like the best looking graphically of the Donkey Kong Country trilogy. Yep, I only pressed X once. Please, if someone is watching this and they understand how this game works, please tell me why he butt bounces multiple times when I press X once. Please, it's driving me mad. Alright. Yeah, so I never even really thought about this, but recently it was revealed to me that the Galaga type of item thing, that always leads to maze gameplay. I never connected the dots on that. I pressed X once. Chill, bro. Frickin' chill. Stop butt bouncing multiple times. God, how many times that happened in this level so far is ridiculous. Oh, awesome. See, like, his airspeed is not really so good. And the platforms move kind of slow. What is the point of this? Maybe I fall down to it or something like that, I don't know. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying a second ago, with Donkey Kong Country 3, I'm not saying it's the best. I mean, I heard that that game's very divisive, especially in comparison to the first two games, but at least from what I remember, Donkey Kong Country 3 looks the best graphically. Like, I'm not saying like art direction, I just mean like purely the, what's the way I word it? By the way, can I get hurt by these? Oh no, okay. I was wondering if like those walls actually hurt me. But yeah, with Donkey Kong Country 3, I'm trying to think how to word it. It's like art direction, like you could make a case that the first and second games have better like directions. But the third game, in terms of like raw graphic fidelity, I feel like is the best, which might not be all too surprising. I mean, it is the third game, but it's just, gosh, especially the first level in that game, this just looks so good. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country, been playing through. Oh gosh, I'm trapped. Happens a lot with me. I'm sure Pac-Man veterans. Oh my freaking god, trapped again. Pac-Man veterans used to like the maze gameplay probably cringe from watching me just fall into those traps. Excellent. All right. So here's another thing I want to mention. Actually, I recently have been looking into the Game Boy Advance version of this game, Which, yeah, that thing exists. I pressed X once, by the way. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance version of Pac-Man World. Oh, okay, that makes sense why that's there. Cool. Oh. Ooh. Sometimes the jumps are a little bit tight. So, I'm just gonna stay up front. I am not gonna play the Game Boy Advance version. I mean, if anything, maybe at the end of my Pac-Man World playthrough for PlayStation, maybe I'll just turn on the Game Boy Advance version just for a little bit, just to show it, but, it's probably, like, one of the worst video games I've ever seen. And it's like, I'm not trying to hate on the Game Boy Advance when I talk about that. I mean, in general, I'm not really too fond of the Game Boy Advance, like, in any regard. Maybe, like, it does have some good games for sure. Ooh, one of these weird mirrors. Like, just as like a quick aside, oh, fuck off. That was cheap as fuck. What the hell? What even is this for? Huh, weird. Don't know what that's for. But yeah, as a quick aside, I think like my favorite Game Boy Advance game is probably Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Really goated RPG. I love the Mario and Luigi games. And Superstar Saga being like the start of it, like it's very great. But yeah, I think in general, the game, like the old Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, I think those consoles are best whenever they're doing something very original. It's like trying to replicate some sort of console game ends up just leaving me disappointed, more likely than not. Oh, jeez! This game's freaking camera! Oh. Sure, bro. Huh. This game is starting to get kind of annoying. Okay, hold on. What is it? Something with the mirror? What is this switch for? It's gotta be for something. Huh? What the hell? I don't know. Oh my god, I fucking hate that. That is so cringe. Like something about this mirror seems kind of weird to me. I don't know if I'm just overthinking this or what, but I don't see anything happening. Whatever. I guess I'm just gonna skip past it. Okay, so yeah, anyway, Pac-Man World on Game Boy Advance specifically. Yeah, I mean, I think the original old Game Boy consoles are at their best whenever they're doing something more original rather than trying to replicate some sort of like console game or something. Whee! Wait, would this possibly... It lasts for like so little, like I don't really know what to do with it. But yeah, I've seen some footage and some differences that the Game Boy Advance version of this game has, and that version looks like I said a second ago, it looks like one of the worst games. Oh! Wait. What if I have to press both of these? That might be it, huh? Ugh. Get off. No? Or, okay, I think I finally figured out what it does. It just calls the freaking platform. Okay, I was hoping I wasn't gonna be missing out on like some sort of secret or something like that, but it's really just that simple. It just calls the platform over so you can get through this. Okay. But yeah, I think maybe when I get done with this, I might check out the Game Boy Advance version just to show how bad it is. It's like, it's really not to be rude to the Game Boy Advance, but to be fair, like, that's not even the Game Boy Advance's fault how bad of a port that is. Like, there's a lot of missing stuff. It does like this, excuse me, it does like this weird thing where the music is not even like sequenced like Game Boy Advance music or anything. Like, they actually like tried to, They actually tried to bring over like the recorded like CD music, like the stuff that we're listening to right now. They tried to bring it over, but they had to compress it to like holy hell, to the point where it's just so compressed. Which, you know what, that doesn't even bother me so much. Like the music being extremely compressed, that's not really so much the issue I have. Oh. Ugh. I want... Can I keep going up with this? No. How do I get this up here? It's a bell. I don't know. I guess eventually I'll figure it out. But, yeah, anyway, like I was saying. So, with the music being compressed that much, I don't even necessarily have a problem with that. The issue is that it is missing out on so much music. Like, they just cut a lot of music out. And they also cut a lot of levels out. And, like, apparently, like, the maze gameplay is not even a thing in that game. There's just... terrible port. Okay, so I guess I gotta make my way back over there, but I imagine I'm gonna get hit. Oh, there's a key in there. Bro. The camera, come on! You're not helping! Oh, this is really like some Crash Bandicoot camera stuff, because I think later Crash Bandicoot games got a little bit better about it, but especially like the first game and somewhat the second game, and maybe to a degree the third game. I can't really remember having that many issues with the third game, but yeah, Crash 1 and 2 had a couple problems of like the camera just not letting you backtrack at all. It's like, nope, just keep moving forward. Ugh, I'm just one hit point away from dying. So I'm just trying to be careful here. Yes. Got it. I don't need to press that yellow switch. What? What? Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. You saw that? I just like phased through the platform there. Why is this game getting like much more awkward as it goes on? Where I just keep coming across like, oh, this game's weird, this game's weird. He's butt bouncing, I'm falling through shit. What is happening? I'm trying to enjoy this game, but it's like, it's actively trying to get me to not enjoy it. It's weird. I like some aspects of this game. Like, I think like the best thing about this game is just, it might sound like a weird compliment, but using the fruit to unlock doors, like it kind of opens up the levels to be just a tad bit different. Oh gosh, come on. Don't fall through the little seam there, please. Oh gosh. It's one thing I am going to be excited to get around to playing in the future. Because I think it's... Excuse the fuck out of me? Come on! This game is being so fucking cringe. Oh my god. Piss off. How did I miss that? Like, I know I went in between, but like... Come on. Oh. It doesn't help either. Like, sometimes like the shadow just doesn't render itself. You see that? Like, I'm trying to platform over and it's like the shadow doesn't show until I... Okay, that time it worked. Oh! Ooh! 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 Okay. There we go. Got the key. Nice. And the letter N. Got all the Pac-Man letters. Checkpoints. Watch out for the smoke stuff. Ugh. 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 Alright, yeah, nothing over here. I think I'm getting towards the end of the level. Not a whole lot of fruit in this level, huh? There's not a whole lot. Usually they have a lot of fruit just to pick up and bring over for the ending, but... Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, I just have to wait. Come on. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying a second ago, one game I'm definitely going to be playing at some point is Pac-Man World 2. I have a lot of friends, actually, that have grown up with Pac-Man World 2. Either they've grown up with it or like come to really like it. Oh. I mean, I guess that's my fault. Wasn't entirely paying attention. I was just like, oh, a ramp. Let's use the ramp. No, you have to wait till there's actually something for you to land on over there. Fair enough, fair enough. No! Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about Pac-Man World 2. I'm wondering if it's gonna be better, which I think it probably is with how much I hear about that game as opposed to this one. A lot of people don't really talk about the first Pac-Man World. I guess, like, the most attention it's ever gotten was because of Repack, like the remake. I'm gonna be curious to see just how much that remake changes. Alright, camera, please. I want to be able to see. Thank you. I want to be able to see if I'm gonna have a platform to land on over there. So is that the closest one? Like that magenta looking thing? Oh no, there's this green one coming right here. Stop bouncing. I only pressed it once. Okay, nice, nice. That's not as sloppy as I thought it was gonna be. Checkpoint right here. Okay, that wasn't too bad of a section. That was actually kind of some cool platforming. Just had to adjust the camera a bit. Hoo-yah! Nice. Yeah, they definitely play tested that part for sure to make sure you wouldn't like slide off. You just rev roll off the ramp and you're able to land pretty solidly there, which is good. Alright, are we approaching the end of the level now? Yeah, here we are. Alright, all the Pac-Man letters. I got a key. I only have 2 fruits, but we're gonna get a bonus game. We'll be able to get a lot more extra fruits. I don't know if I really want to do slots, to be honest, but we'll see. The slots just annoy me more than anything. It's like, yeah, cool. I could squeeze out just like 1 extra life maybe eventually, but oh yeah. Let me see if I can. The balloons do respawn, I'm pretty sure, so. Oh gosh, please. Actually, like, stand on the fucking shit. Oh! Okay, I didn't get all of them, but I got quite a lot. There's probably a much more efficient way to navigate those balloons than I have there. I don't know a whole lot about Pac-Man World 2, but I am going to be excited to find out. I heard that game's like an actual like kind of 3D game, because this game right here, while it is technically 3D, of course, like, you know, you get to move around multiple directions, it is a bit more reminiscent of like a 2D platformer, especially with like the camera angle. But from what I can tell with the second game and like the little bit of footage that I've seen, like it actually does have like a camera angle. I don't know that much to the point where like I don't know if it has a controllable camera, but I'd like to assume that it does. Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm just skipping the slots. I really don't feel like doing them. I get quite a lot of lives from these score bonuses anyway. Okay, yep, got another one. Cool. I think I had like 32 lives, so lost quite a bit there, but it's fine. Alright, save game. Key. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what was previously at 45%. Now let's see where we're at. I'm gonna guess 40. I was gonna say 47, but no, we're at 48. Okay, nice. All right, so there is that level done. Barrel Blast. Just that one name got me on a whole tangent about Donkey Kong Country. All right, so we're gonna stop here for now, and then we're gonna pick back up part 13 with 4-3. I'm gonna call it. So. Hope you all enjoyed, and see y'all next time.